I'm going to plant these. Ja, så det här är ju kirskål. Så man sätter dem typ. Titta!
Vad är det här för stigning?
En vanlig sten.
Nej, jag kör om feminism. Kolla om det är alltid på samma sida.
So many leaves are falling now. The reason I want to plant rhododendrons here is because they are a winter green shrub, so it will provide some winter interest. This one is a hybrid. It's called Alpenrose Roseum elegans, and they have these beautiful pink flowers blooming in May and June. They are winter hardy, as I said, and they can tolerate part shade to shade. And this area, I mean, it gets a little bit of sun most morning, and then a little bit like noon-ish, and then a little tiny bit like late evening. So during the day it gets shade. Here we have a weed, in Swedish it's called kirskål, and it's quite invasive, and I do struggle with this quite a lot. So I'm gonna have these two here growing about 1.5 to 2 meters in height, and then we're gonna edge with rocks, and it has this natural S shape here, which I really like. And here are the lilacs. We're gonna trim up some dead branches here. And then here I am thinking I want to plant something edible. Maybe raspberries or something, we'll see. We have some wild raspberries here. And here is my hydrangea bush. Super beautiful, it's still producing beautiful new blooms here, even though it's pretty cold. Love this variety. I'm gonna look to see if I can find something similar. And we need some color or brightness here. And it's super beautiful here with this little tiny storage. We love it so much. And then we're gonna do like a rock path here. This is from like previous owners, and it's this like rock structure with a little dog statue in stone here. Next spring we're gonna clear it up, see what we can find, and my thought is to make this into a really cute like woodsy planting, I don't know. But yeah, winter interest and then blooms in early summer. Rhododendrons need high acidity, soil and water. We're gonna collect rainwater here by the cabin. We did that last year, but then the frost came and we forgot about it, so the barrel that we had got completely destroyed. Here I'm just mixing this rhododendron soil, high acidity soil, works for blueberries too, together with the existent soil here, which is this fine clay soil. So yeah, I'm gonna water these with the rainwater, not with our water, because it's high alkaline in our tap water. I have to water these in really, really well, because we are starting to get a few frost nights now. And we want to provide as much water as we can before the deep frost hits. So I try to plant them ground level. I'm gonna have to remove this too. And there we go. It's frog season here. They're so cute. Oh, I'm gonna put it over here so I don't trample on it. Let's water these in now really well here. So it's interesting to see where the water runs off to. It looks like it's creating a little bit of well here, which is good. Otherwise it's seeping down. That's really good. It's pretty level. It's not seeping anywhere. Yeah, it's seeping a little bit down towards here. I do not want that, so. And when I bought these at the plant school, they said they had some sort of like bug eating on these ones. But whatever was eating on here is now gone. But there's nothing you can really tell from distance. One last thing I want to do though is to mulch with tree bark. This will provide some acidity and a little bit of frost cover. So there we have it. The camera, myself are absolutely covered with dirt. So I'm gonna go inside and clean up. They're gonna thrive here, I think. It's gonna look so lovely. Good morning. This is my third time making this intro. First, no sound. Second, memory card error. So I'm not gonna go into details. I'm gonna tell you as I go. But welcome to this very fall-like day. I have some outside projects to do, and I'm gonna start with clearing out this flower bed here, plant my hydrangeas that are in pots. And I'm gonna start there, and then we're gonna go from there, because I don't feel like rambling on for another 3 minutes and, you know, say the same things. So now, while I do this, I can talk to you. I am going to expand this bed next year, and we're gonna do edging with rocks and stuff. And I'm gonna plant more and more perennials. But I have been cleaning out a little bit here. I have an evergreen here. And yeah, some perennials that has its place. I'm not gonna touch those. But of course, I'm gonna weed and remove all of the annuals. And then next weekend, I'm going to spread out more soil, fill it up a little bit, and plant my spring bulbs. I have so many beautiful spring bulbs. I'm so excited. So I have my wheelbarrow right here. So I just realized in my third take of the intro, I didn't tell you about like the storms. We've had harsh rainstorms, and we have a tree right here. I'm gonna show you leaning. It's not good at all. So that's something we need to do today. And if I have time, I am going to plant my lemon lace elderflower that I bought. I have a perfect spot for it. So I'm gonna speed this up. So this white dahlia here is still producing. It's very pretty, but I would say it has a couple of, I don't know, maybe a week left. And I need to plant my hydrangea right here. So unfortunately I have to pull it. I have a rose behind here that I'm gonna plant somewhere else. So we have a couple of perennials here underneath. I have already dug up 2 of this dahlia that I had in this bed, and I will do the same thing for this one. I'm just gonna pull it, I think. There's tons of weeds here that I need to pull. There's actually ground cover growing here that I would like to plant somewhere else, but I just can't be bothered with that right now. So I decided to move the 2 roses that were in that bed because I don't want them there. But I found a spot here that I think will be nice. This is like a future project that we are working on. So I guess an ongoing project. But these stones here will actually not be here. There will be kind of a border with stones, but these are going for this bed next year. But here I've just dug out 2 holes where I can plant these 2 roses. And I think they will look good here. We need some color here next year. So these are pretty much the same color. They might even be the same rose. I'm not entirely sure, but they do look pretty much the same. Behind here, I think we're gonna have something edible. Maybe berry bushes, I think. It's important when you get a fertilizer in fall instead of nitrogen that it gets like in the spring and summer. It needs phosphor and kalium. Basically promotes healthy roots and persistence to diseases. And I'm just gonna sprinkle like a handful along the roots here and then cover it back up. And the soil was looking really good here, like airy, light, not as like clay heavy that we usually have. And there's a lot of worms. You can kind of see the soil. It's like, it looks like it's mainly like worm castings. And while I'm here, I will give some fertilizer to these rhododendrons that I've planted just a couple of days ago. I'm just gonna do a little like hole right by the root ball here and get some of that right there. And hopefully that will be enough. So that leaves me with this poor hydrangea that got sunburnt. It did not like its place. I am going to plant another hydrangea here in its stead. I mean, it's not like we don't have space. It's just that I haven't dug out all of the beds that I'm gonna have here. So I just don't feel like planting, moving, because that's what I've been doing so far. Like I've gotten most of these as like gifts, which is so nice, but I don't have a permanent place. Well, for some of them I think I do now. But I got some of these plants like right when I moved in, and I was very clueless. I didn't have this bed back then. I am planning, and I think it's coming along really nicely. Like I have my weights or like staples in this bed. Have some evergreens. I am gonna add some more evergreen, I think, but I have one evergreen at least right now, which is gonna grow quite big. Yeah, some like shrubs, flowering shrubs, which also have like fall and spring interest. In between all of these shrubs and evergreens, I'm gonna have perennial flowers. Yeah, like echinacea, pincushion flowers, maybe a couple of grasses. And then I have behind me here, we have the cottage garden, which I am working on next spring. I bought so many seeds and I already have a layout planned. And then I just need to add as I go. I can't expect to like have 4 beds done in 1 year, you know, especially if they are perennials. It takes time because first of all it's expensive to buy plants and you need to plan. Like layering, different colors, heights, winter, fall, spring interests. It does take a little bit of time, which is fun. I love it. Like buy things that you really want. Once you can either afford it, or it's on sale, or you got like the perfect plant for this space. Ooh, although this is really hard work. It's, you know, you're outside working with your body. But for me, it's just important that I get all of the plants that I like. I don't care if it's not the right plant or what I should have. So I do have, you know, knowledge and a good eye for designs and stuff. And like, life is too short not to get all of the plants that you really, really want and will enjoy. I will not be satisfied with, meh, that's okay. So I'm gonna stop talking now. I get so out of breath. It's coming up. One, two, three. Yeah, that's gonna look so good right there. It just adds brightness. And this would get a little bit shaded too, like afternoon shade, so that's perfect. Oh shit, I snapped the whole branch off. Okay. I mean, this put on so much growth this year. Just by putting it into this pot and fertilizing and watering a lot. It really needed that boost. It was not doing so well where it was placed. It was maybe like this tall, like these ones. So that's quite a tremendous amount of growth, which is awesome because I think it's so pretty. Oof, okay. I like it there, especially because it's gonna be white in the summer. It's quite close to the rock, but that's kind of my point, for it to cover it and then push out a little bit. It's not gonna be huge, I don't think. This plant that was right there, I moved right in front of here. These colors together are so pretty because you do have that sort of like pink. In this one, like pink burgundy, and then these has pink flowers and burgundy leaves, and the green, light green nepeta, dark green evergreen. Oh my god, so pretty. Don't mind this. It's actually a perennial, no, an annual grass that I need to pull out. But I planted the other hydrangea that I had that wasn't looking too great from the bed right here, next to these two roses. I think that would be really nice. So I can, you know, continue on with this sort of situation here. So that next year we will finally have some color here. We'll have the, well, white, but pink in fall hydrangea. The two like white and pink roses. I'm shutting down. And then the two pink rhododendrons. Right there. And of course we have the lilac bushes, the white, super beautiful hydrangeas over there. It's gonna tie really well together here, I think. And I can continue on with white hydrangeas maybe to that rock. So it's kind of like a little hedge right here. I don't know. If I move these three one day, then so be it. But right now, oh, it's looking like this. I need to clean up, go inside, have a shower. But it's looking so good. I did not get to plant my lemony lace elderflower. We did pull up this tree, add some structure. It's a silver-leafed pear tree. Not edible, just decorative, but it looks so much better now. It has a little bit of a lean, but I think that's fine. But this is how the bed is looking now. So satisfying. Oh, and then yeah. So the lemon lace is going right here in front of this a huge arborvitae tree. We have an arborvitae hedge over there. Here's my blueberries. Here's the vegetable garden. Here's gonna be either a greenhouse or an outdoor kitchen. Not sure, because we have a patio that we're working on right here. So many projects at the same time, but here it is. Very small and puny, but I need to get it into the ground, and Eric dug a hole for me, but I noticed watering sitting down there. It's not going anywhere, so I need to either relocate or add some like good drainage. I might need a bigger hole, get some really nice soil, sand, or maybe just gravel. I don't know. I need to Google before I plant it, because I need this to thrive. It's looking so good now, except for all of the mess that we've made doing all of these projects. But yeah, the tree right there with the flower bed, and I'm gonna top up some soil, plant spring bulbs. See, even right there is like popping. It's so cute. But I'll show you really quick. Here I have a hydrangea. It's pretty much the same as that one. So I have one at each end. And so that will be like a weight, a height. So right there, and then this is a weight where I have a rose growing right now. It has these like apricots, yellowish flowers. And here, I don't know what I'm gonna plant. Next year we'll see, maybe just something green. And then over here I have these two astilbes here. I have a birch leaf spirea. Here is my hollyhocks. This is the first year. The second year it will bloom. And then I might relocate them to the cottage. So I think this video is getting really, really long. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye bye. This is the wheelbarrow full of weeds and all of that. And the zinnias are still blooming so pretty. Oh, and some asters and dahlias. I feel so bad now. Maybe I'll just cut them and take them inside actually.